Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Why do I still have this in here? I gotta be deleting that. Well, we could actually keep it in, because today we are going to be talking about the collapsed mine, or collapsed mine, right? So this is the new meta for this week, and it actually says that fill this location with rocks, skip a turn to destroy your rocks. So there are actually quite a few very viable and good things you can really... Some of them are really annoying. I mean, in the end, you can kind of build a deck about around every very common or new coming locations. You can do that, but in this case, even for beginners, this is not always the worst location that there is, because most of the pool 2 players will at least have killmonger, and killmonger can take them down. You can also just skip a turn, because you can literally use sunspot to just, you know, keep your energy at least on the board, and you can have a few decks that work really well. I figured out, because I don't have Patriot yet, but I think Patriot is going to be very meta with this deck. It's really strong, because if you pair, for example, let's just take this Kazoo deck, right? If we're gonna take this Kazar deck, and we actually have Patriot in there, that's a 3-cost card, and it's going to buff your other cards that have no effects whatsoever, +3, and the collapsed mine is actually gonna give you a rock that has no effect at all. So Patriot is going to play in with that very well, but most of you that are not in pool 3 having Patriot are going to struggle with this, but you can still make use of this location. So the first one that I'm talking about is the normal Kazar deck. I made a full in-depth guide on the Kazar deck on my previous video, so if you want to check that out, I will link this video in the description box, and I will also link it in the chat in the comment section below. You can literally click on it and watch that video. It's a very viable you know, deck, and I already won games in rank 60, you know, 50, 60. I already won games with that deck still, although it is a pool 1 and early-ish kind of pool 2 deck, and you can make some changes to it as well. But the reason why this deck is really good with the collapsed mine is because it's gonna drop these rocks, and they are 1-cost cards, which means they are going to be buffed by Kazar. Kazar is going to buff them +1, and Blue Marvel is also going to buff them +1 as well, which means in the end, you know, you can have them on +2, which means 2, 4, 6, 8. They will have 8 power. It's not necessarily the strongest, but with this deck, you only want to play and win in 2 lanes anyways. So this one is just a nice addition, and it's going to put your opponent a little bit more... It's going to get him a little bit more into this sweaty mode, because he kind of has to... It's kind of even a little bit better than in Ebony Maw, because in Ebony Maw, you can place him down, and you can only play... you can't play any other cards here unless you kind of like do something with... I don't know, I guess, I don't know, you can do some other things with Ebony Maw. I think you can like take away his effects with, if you use, for example, Invisible Woman. You could play her, Ebony Maw, and then some other cards, because right at the end of the turn it will be revealed. So you can literally make use of Ebony Maw as well, a little bit better than with this location, but this location is still very good, very viable. Yeah, so what you basically do is you can build up a little bit more of pressure. You can either use Sunspot and just get rid of all of them, or you can just keep them on the field, and you can use Kazar and Blue Marvel to, you know, make him a little bit stronger. Then you can play Kazar on one location, Blue Marvel on the other, and then you can flood the deck with all of the other cards. But I made a more, like I said, a more in-depth video on that. You can check it out. It's on my channel, and it's a really, really viable deck, especially for pool 1 and pool 2 or early pool 2 players. It's a really, really good deck, and you know, my girlfriend, she's playing that. I played it for a long time. I played at least to, I think, rank 40 or 50. I could play this Kazar deck with no problem whatsoever, destroying my people that I've been playing. So that is very interesting. It's a good deck. Now, there's another deck that I personally think, this is a pool 3 deck, that I think it's very good, actually, to be honest with this right now. And it is, let me show you, it's my Death Wave. I mean, Death Wave is already one of the best decks there are in the game. This is a game changer deck. It's a really, 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 really strong deck. Death Wave is really strong, especially if you run Aero in it, if you run Leader in it, Wave, of course, Death. I got Debris in it as well, but you can see that there are quite a few pool 3 cards in it, and it's not that easy to, you know, get all of these cards. But now let me tell you how this works, because we have the rocks spawning in, and you can literally, by skipping 1 round, you can literally destroy all of these 4 cards, which means your death is going to go down by 4, which is 8, 7, 6, 5. You will have it on 5, and when you play Wave, which is going to take 4 more away as well, you know, and if you just destroy one more card or so, then you have it, and it's basically going to be a free card. But since both are getting it, and both are probably going to destroy all of the 4 rocks, which means it's 8, this is insane. Death is going to be immediately free for you, especially if you play wave on turn 5, and that is just insane. It's just crazy, crazy good, crazy strong, because death is going to be easily free. You know, you have some other cards that you can play. For example, you can play leader with it, you can play aero with it. You actually don't necessarily need wave either. You could play it without wave and just literally let the opponent destroy its rocks, and I would destroy mine, and it would just buff death down like crazy. What you could also do then, it would really synergize very well with moongirl, which means moongirl, you could copy your death and you can literally play 2 deaths at the same time for free, plus a leader or an aero or whatever. It's a very, very, very strong deck, everybody, especially with this collapsed mine. I'm gonna go into a few games right now just to show you how these are going to stack up and how you could possibly play it, and I will see you in 1 second. All right, so let's hope for the collapsed mine. We do have, oh, that's actually pretty good. Elysium, that's quite nice. I'm gonna drop in that. I might actually throw down a little bit of a debris because we want to have more of a setup, a bigger setup. Oh, that's pretty nice. I always like Wakandan Embassy because it always gives you, oh wait, shouldn't be throwing that down there. We need that for the end. I'm gonna use debris here, and hope that we're gonna get here a rock that we have that we can destroy for our wave to, you know, destroy. And we do have these rocks. That's very nice. What do we have here now? Bam, bam, bam. Collapsed mine. There you go. So that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Now we will need to destroy those. But I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time here as well. Let's go with Deathlock and end our turn. I have to either get Killmonger now to take him out. Oh my god. Okay, that was pretty tough. That was painful. But yeah, so let's work on some points here. I need Killmonger. That is very good. And I will also need Death. So I'm gonna be dropping... No, that's the wrong order. Guy, come on. Oh, he's actually snapping. He's snapping on me, man. Gonna be dropping Killmonger in here as well. Just building up this one right here. It's gonna destroy every single +1 card, which makes basically death for free. It's gonna be a free death, you know? We don't even have wave yet. Oh my god, he's probably gonna play Hela, I guess. It seems like, which makes the deck very strong. But let's see. Let's just see what we're gonna end up with here, because he's already having a strong mid lane. We got death right now, which is very, very strong. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be throwing this arrow here. So he's probably gonna play on collapsed mine, I would assume. But I'm gonna throw it on this side and see what is going to happen. What I could also do is I could let him play whatever he wants, and then I could play death and arrow, which is also very strong. But just for a little bit more control, there you go. I knew that he was gonna play it on collapsed mine, and that's very good that the Infinite God put down to the mid lane, which means we already have this sort of secured. And I'm gonna go with, let's just see if this works or not. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Might do, might not. If it doesn't work, then I am just not good at this game. All right, so he's gonna play death as well, Hellcow and Zabu, which is good because I will have leader and they will be copied, and I should win this. Yes. I made the right choice. So collapsed mine, man. Just really strong. Collapsed mine is one of the most interesting locations that I've seen yet, especially for Death Wave. It's just super strong, guys. It's just really, really super strong, and it will definitely, you know, make you win games. It will definitely make you win cubes. I only got this one game right now because I just have still stuff to do today, so this is why I sadly don't have more gameplay for you right now. But that is literally just because I literally have to go in a second. If you enjoy these kind of videos, this kind of content. This was my first game, by the way. This was my first game, and I played through it. We got the collapsed mine, which is absolutely lucky as well. And yeah, this is the deck that I'm rocking right now. You can check it out here again. This is what you can copy. There's a few things that you could possibly change, especially with this location. You could bring in, like I said earlier, the Sunspot, which is a really good card as well, especially for collapsed mine, because you can literally waste around and still receive the energy. So that's really strong. You could maybe exchange it for Nova. or Yondu, because Yondu literally just takes one out. You wouldn't necessarily need that. It's not very efficient. So you could actually exchange, just for this meta now, for this week, yeah, Sunspot with Yondu, and it's going to do magic for you. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm very happy that you guys are still tuning in. And, you know, this channel is still new. I'm still in the works of it. I'm still working towards the fame that this channel deserves. I'm sorry, I kind of feel like an evil villain trying to win the Earth's mightiest power. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.